captured our attention. KRA chair sought car deal for his children, says ex-manager. It's another day, another scandal.
Another day, another scandal indeed. Page 7 of the Daily Nation has a story on how a Miss Rosemary Njeri Mureithi, who is a former chief manager at the Kilindini port in Mombasa, alleges she was dismissed in August last year after refusing a request by Mr. Mwaura, who is the chairman of the Kenya Revenue Authority, to have his children buy cars and tires at the auction for gazetted consignments through a private treaty. Basically meaning they would not have to actually attend the auction. Wangenunua tu. I think private treaty is just a very fancy way of saying like chini ya maji.
Chini ya maji, actually. And of course, there's a petition that was filed at the Employment and Labor Relations Court. The former manager alleges that turning down this request later proved costly to her. In her own words, she says, "I told them the request was not reasonable and procedural, as the auction was governed by a legal and regulatory framework as established by the East Africa Customs Management Act of 2010, and contravening the foregoing would trigger legal consequences against the respondent, that is KRA." But of course, after doing that, she lost her job.
Yeah, it's hard not to see the correlation. Now, they've said Mr. Mwaura and his advocates have said that they will prove that her claims and allegations are false. In response to the allegations, the respondent denies them and said that the claimant has not provided any evidence to prove that the chairperson marked her in any such circumstances, and this honorable court should treat the claim as unfounded. They've not given, however, any proof of the contrary, and I'm also not seeing any proof from Ms. Mureithi that indeed, she was asked to have them not attend the auction, actually buy cars from the auction through a private treaty. But there is the fact that she was dismissed soon after the auction happened, and that Mr. Mwaura came to her office soon after that, after the auction went ahead, and told her that the auction was being conducted in a way that was a sham, and he threatened to take quote-unquote relevant action.
Now, when we say the word KRA, there's a lot of things that usually happen. If you've been Kenyan long enough, you've had some stories of how some people also evade tax. And yesterday, we were just trying to talk about transparency and how sometimes it costs the ordinary mwananchi some more cash because kuna watu wanakuwa na preferential treatment compared to others. And it goes on and on. Without saying another day, another scandal, this nation needs some proper healing and some transparency. In that sometimes you want to work well, like this is a Kenyan who just wants to work well and doesn't want any case framed against her or KRA, and then unafanyika nini, unakuwa transferred from your department almost with immediate effect, and then from there you are dismissed. So does this country also look into such stories and get to find a way forward? In that, kama Anti-Corruption Commission ingekuja iangalie situation kama hii, if we can have a crackdown, then definitely it would save Kenyans some money.
I was about to say something, but I don't know, it'll get me in trouble. I was like, you can't crack down the whole, I don't know if you can. The whole thing.
Can you? That's the